Field looks good coming out of the corner. Do we see the green flag from Aaron Likens when we come down? Look for Aaron in the top right of the screen, and we've got it. Green, green, green. The race down into turn number 1, and it narrows on the exit, make it 4 wide. Big run around the outside. Garcia is going to take the lead as he moved to the outside of the racetrack to get things underway. Clean and green through the opening 2 corners, turn 1 and 2, blasting it down Lake Shore Boulevard. One of the longest straights, highest speeds these cars get all year long, and they climb on the binders, lock it down to the slowest corner in the entire circuit. Turn 3 here. Big move to the inside. Little break up, lock up there for the JDM machine of Jacob Douglas, but he's able to put the Pabst car into the apex, works his way out of the corner, and right there behind him, Logan Adams in the Comet Racing. Newcastle Motorsports Park, number 21. Shout out to everybody watching back home at Newcastle Motorsports Park at the Racers Grill. And away we go to get things rolling through the second half of the lap here. The first precarious position down into turn number 3. As we know, turn 8 here, always a tough one. Number of drivers have had issues coming out of 6 and 7, tapping the wall. Thus far, drivers are doing a good job. Here's 2 wide coming through here. That's one of the TJ Speed cars diving up the inside of turn number 9. There's Matt Clark coming through as well. Once we get settled in here, we'll be able to talk more to Anthony Martella kind of about how this track is going to play out. One driver I'm hearing behind me potentially coming into pit lane, so we may have an issue for at least one driver right now. Otherwise, everybody getting themselves down back into turn number 1. Drivers I'm not seeing coming across the timing stripe here for race number 1, Nick Jilks and Carson Eder, the Jay Howard driver development car. And the Eder from Exclusive Autosport started 12th, but a hard wreck in the second qualifying session. Big lock up there for, I believe, Liam McNeely. Hard fight further back between Alessandro DeTullio, Matt Clark, and Ariel Elkins. So Todd Lewis, let's talk about the opening couple of circuits. Elbows up for sure. Clark's going to make a move to the inside of 5. Book it, Matt Clark. Able to get by DeTullio, move the Canadian to P6.
It moves up another position, started in 8th, gained 1 position off the start. It is Alessandro DeTullio who has been moving backwards since the start of this race. Max Taylor with a nice jump on him off the start and completed the pass to move up into 2nd behind Max Garcia on lap number 1 as they made their way through corner number 3, winding around now to complete lap number 2. We'll see how it shakes out, but Max Taylor on the move, Matt Clark on the move, and Alessandro DeTullio on the move the wrong way.
Let's come back to Anthony Martella. Anthony, we had Matt Clark in the booth here for your race, and he was kind of able to pick things up watching what you guys were doing out there. First time we've had you here in the PA booth. What are your thoughts on this particular vantage point?
Yeah, it's definitely a new experience for me, but just off of watching the live screen, I could definitely see the track building up a lot more rubber as well. So the drivers have to adapt to that. But yeah, happy to be here.
So we saw that lockup from the right front for Liam McNeely a lap ago, and he's done it again. And any racer will tell you, once you get that first lockup into a light flat spot on the tire, it's going to want to keep grabbing that flat spot. Anthony, you know that as well. You'd never want to lock that tire, because when you do, man, you're going to get lockup after lockup after lockup.
Yeah, especially with the pro car, it's definitely very easy to lock up the tires, but Liam's a very good driver, and I know he'll come back from this for sure.
Love it. Garcia up front, Taylor, Douglas, McNeely, Adams, your top 5 right now. Matt Clark, as the driver has slowed here, the 44 of Alessandro DeTullio. He'll be on pole for race number 2 tomorrow, but it looks like it's going to be a DNF for the driver out of Florida. The turn 3, motorsport number 44, slow, coming out of turn number 6 and 7. So expect DeTullio to head to pit lane. Jilks and Eder already out. Neither of those drivers getting a lap in. And that is going to move Ariel Elkin up into 7th, Michael Costello into 8th. As you see DeTullio making the left turn, coming out of turn number 8, pulling down pit lane. Elkin 7th, Costello 8th, Frankie Mossman now up to 9th, and Nicholas Montiero into the top 10. This is the lead that nobody wanted to see. Max Garcia has been a dominant factor throughout the year. Coming into the weekend at Mid-Ohio, at that point he'd only had 4 wins, but he made it 6 by sweeping Mid-Ohio. This would be his 3rd straight win of the year if he keeps it rolling. In fact, it would be his 5th win in the last 5 races if he comes away with the victory here. Still a long way to go, only 3 laps in, 25 laps of distance for the drivers here in the pro category. And I think the biggest battle on the racetrack right now is Canadian Matt Clark going to work on the number 21 of Logan Adams. Anthony, we talked about the battle that you had in a big way with your teammate Brad Majman. What is it about this racetrack in terms of trying to make it overtake? You guys were inside, outside. Is it kind of just positioning yourself in the right place and maybe getting that draft down the back chute?
Yeah, Rob, it's definitely about positioning your car in the right spot, but it's also having confidence in your car, as we see.
Big crash, folks, big crash coming out of turn number 11. A driver has nailed it into the wall. That looks to be the 28 of Sebastian Manson. His second crash of the weekend. Had a wreck over in turn number 7 as well. Full course yellow will come out as we have an incident here for Sebastian Manson. He was running in the 11th position, hammers the wall coming out of turn number 11. We saw Tyke Durst do that yesterday as well. So there'll be work to be done for the TJ Speed Motorsport drivers, our team rather, the crew tonight to get that thing back together for tomorrow morning's run. Again, let's go back to, we've got time here. Anthony will be able to come and have a look at the replay if we possibly can, and get you to have a look at that. But that's a good shot there of the damage to that machine of Sebastian Manson. That was a hard hit, right side damage. Let's talk more about the overtakes you guys were having before we get there. We're going to see a review here sooner or later. But you guys were setting things up in a big way. Brad took it away from you. You came right back and took it back from him. A spirited battle for sure. But where do the passes happen here?
Definitely, turn 1 is a good passing opportunity, and it also leads to probably the best passing opportunity into turn 3. The hairpin. But yeah, it's all about having confidence in your car and making the pass stick.
Indeed, that's what it takes. Confidence in the car is a huge thing around this racetrack. Confidence in yourself, of course, as well. But when you feel good about the race car, you can put it in different places. You're precariously running on the razor's edge. Here's the replay here. Anthony Martell is going to keep a good look at it. We'll have a look at it coming through here. Look a little further back coming through, whether or not he touches the apex on the inside. I don't know that he didn't touch the apex. Or Anthony, did he just miss the turning, you think?
I think maybe got a little bit too wide on entry and just understeered right into the wall, unfortunately for him.
How tough is that corner? You're coming through turn number 10, the right hand, kind of a longer duration sweeping corner, and it's super bumpy, kind of off camber to a certain extent. Is it that hard to get back over to the apex of 11?
For sure. I mean, there's a lot of bumps on the going into the corner, and I think for the people in the grandstands can definitely see a lot of bumps from the cars going up and down. But yeah, that's one of the corners where you need to have confidence in your car to get through the corner, and hopefully it sticks.
Tough day for Sebastian Manson in that number 28 machine for TJ Speed Motorsports as he clouts the wall coming out of turn number 11. Todd, that was one of those one jump. It's like the Doppler effect. You hear it before you see it.
That's fairly accurate, I would say. And Anthony touched on it. It's such a difficult corner. You've got the turn number 10, that combination of 9, 10, and 11, left, right, and then left again. That outside wall on corner number 11, it creeps up on you so quickly. It's very narrow through that area. We saw it was Tyke Durst, I believe you mentioned, who clipped the inside of the wall, and that pitches you out to the outside of the wall. Well, that wasn't the case here, but if you miss the apex towards the inside, you're too wide. There's no way you're going to be able to pinch the car around to complete the turn.
That's it, yeah. Once you've missed the turn in, you're along for the ride at that point, really, because you're already you're getting back to throttle. You're trying to get through and get that big run down to turn number 1. So you missed that turn in. You've got the wrong line. It's you're way late on it. You're going to the wall. There's nothing you can do. So what this does do is get rid of a pretty decent little lead for Max Garcia. He had stretched away a bit from Max Taylor. The big starters, that we talked about the fact that Max Taylor started in 3rd. He got up to 2nd. Matt Clark started 8th. He worked his way up to 6th. He was putting the pressure on Logan Adams, who started 6th and was running 6th position. Jacob Douglas got up a spot as well, as did we know DeTulio falling to the tail of the field. So now Garcia is the leader. Taylor runs in 2nd. Jacob Douglas in the 19 in 3rd. The 6 of Liam McNeely, his debut race here in USF Pro 2000, currently running 4th. Logan Adams in the 5th spot. Matt Clark in 6th. Ariel Elkins 7th. Michael Costello in 8th. Frankie Mossman 9th. And Nicholas Montiero rounding out the top 10. The retirement of Manson moves Brienza up into 11th. Garcia Arce to 12th. Becklin to 13th. Durst into 14th, and Brady Golan 15th. 4 retirees on the race so far. Manson, DeTulio, being told contact with DeTulio has put him behind the wall. And then Nick Jilks and Carson Eder not able to get a lap in. So I'm not sure what happened with both of those drivers, as they didn't get a lap in at all. Garcia, fast lap of the race to get things underway. 6 laps into a 25 lapper. They'll circulate behind our Honda Civic Type R pace car right now. And again, a 45-minute time window. The laps do click away as we start working our way through here. But again, Todd, this begs the question. Does Max Taylor have anything for Max Garcia? Because right now, as Garcia runs, he's trying to lock this championship down today.
That's the question. It's a bit of a break for Max Taylor. Garcia, as you mentioned, had legged out a little bit of a lead of a couple of seconds ahead of Max Taylor, but now with this extended period of caution, it's a chance to cool down the tires just a little bit, give Max Taylor an opportunity to reassess and compose himself and try to look for an opportunity. I think you'll want to take advantage of it fairly quickly because Garcia has proven himself to be fast this weekend and of course all season long. So if there's an opportunity right away, Max Taylor might have to make a bold move, might have to try something bold right away.
Yeah, I think I 100% agree with you. In my mind, he's got 4 podiums on the year so far. He won at Road America, won the USF Juniors Championship last year on the strength of a number of wins, scored victories in USF 2000 as well. Listen, he's going Indy Next Racing next year. He's already did a couple of races. I talked about it in the pre-race that he had a fantastic drive to 10th at Iowa Speedway. But hey, listen, he wants to attack. He wants to show the team owners that, yeah, Max Garcia is the dominant factor, but listen, give me a race car and I'm going to go after him, right? And Anthony, you could talk about this a little bit as well. Restarts are a great opportunity. We know the best opportunity to make an overtake is at the start, but man, restarts are good, are they not? When you get a better run and you can get down on somebody, especially if they start to defend, restarts are a chance to get an overtake done.
Yeah, for sure, Rob. I mean, I'm Mid-Ohio, I guess you could say I went from 6th to 2nd just off the restart. Then unfortunately had a puncture, which took me out of the race. But definitely starts and the restarts are the best way to make up your spots for sure.
So what is it then? Is it aggression? Is it confidence in the car? Is it trying to surprise the guy in front of you? What do you got to do to get a pass on a restart?
Well, everyone's so close together and everyone wants to make up spots, I think, so it definitely gets a little hectic. But yeah, it's all about confidence and just making up as much time as you can.
So sometimes it's going to be the run and then the late break. Obviously, the brakes are heated up once you get into the roll. Do the brakes cool down enough on a yellow like this? Are you kind of dragging the brake every once in a while to try to keep the heat up in the brake package?
Yeah, dragging your brakes, warming up the tires as best you can. Definitely puts a lot of heat into the tires and the brakes, and when you go green, you don't want everything to be cold, right? I mean, people are going to come after you, especially on the restarts, and hopefully they can have a good restart. Well, we've asked the question. Are we going to get an answer? Does Max Taylor have anything for Max Garcia? This will be the big run coming out of turn number 10 and 11. Garcia with the advantage, obviously, as the pole sitter. He'll get the punch off first, but it's a big run down into turn number 1. Let's see if Garcia's got what it takes. Remember, even a good run through turn number 1 and 2 can set the pass up down into turn number 3. And in fact, Garcia going well wide. Taylor had to go on the defensive to try to get in front of Douglas, holding off Jacob Douglas there right now. Still a good run there a little bit further back. You see Clark, Elkin, Costello, Mossman all lined up nose to tail as well. Front wing to gearbox. Here comes Douglas around the outside, trying to make it a Pabst Racing 1-2. Douglas trying to make it happen. Pinch down the bottom of the racetrack. Watch the over-under coming from Liam McNeely. He might get through. They'll work their way out of the corner. How about 3 wide coming up the hill? Stack them and pack them through turn number 4 over to 5. We're 2 wide again. Clark on the outside of Adams. Exciting restart, and look who has taken full advantage of it. It's Max Garcia. Douglas went to work on Taylor, and listen, that's a teammate play right there, Todd. Douglas put the pressure on Taylor. Taylor couldn't go after Douglas's teammate. That allowed Max Garcia to pull out again. Here's a big move down the inside, side by side. That's Brienza, I think, right in there as well. Oh, a little look to the inside for Fast Frankie. Mossman looking to the inside as well at Elkin. These pro drivers, Todd, throwing it out there.
I love this. We talked about, does Max Taylor have anything for Max Garcia up front? Well, everybody has tried to use this restart to create an opportunity for themselves to move forward, but haven't really seen much moving forward. But Michael Costello does get a spot for on Ariel Elkin, it looks like, up to 7th now.
Todd, you and I sit here bipartisan. We love these drivers. We want everybody to race. Martello over here is not feeling that at all. You see him every time McNeely makes a little move as his teammate. He's like, yeah, go get him. We try to help as a driver analyst to stay unbiased for us, Anthony, but I think you're cheering for McNeely pretty hard here.
Yeah, as you said, Rob, Liam stayed at my house the week before, so me and him are really good friends, so I want him to win here.
It looked like Matt Clark got another spot on Logan Adams there.
He's been putting the pressure on the entire time. Indeed, there he is coming through turn number 6. So, yeah, great job there from Matt Clark. Started back in the 8th position. He's got himself now up into P5, and he'll go to work to see if he can't reel in Liam McNeely. Big defensive further back. It looks to be like Ariel Elkin now on the defense from Fast Frankie Mossman. Mossman putting the pressure on. He keeps looking to the inside of turn number 9. Not quite enough. Oh, there's McNeely. He has touched the wall coming out of turn number 11. He flat slided it coming through and just completely flat sided the wall. Now, whether there's damage or not on that race car, we're going to see. But a little further back, Adams and Costello battling away right there. Then it's the next group of Elkin and Mossman. Monteiro closing up, as is Garcia and Brienza. But Todd, did you see that? That was flat side. He tapped that wall with the entire right side of the race car. Liam McNeely flirting with the edge of the line. He locks that tire up again, and here comes Clark closing up. We know early that McNeely locked that brake, right front up. I think it was lap 2 maybe. He's been struggling with that ever since as we complete lap number 10.
And now unsettled a little further because of that brush of the outside wall. You've been locking up the left front going into corner number 3. It's now the difficulty is trying to get back into that rhythm, find your rhythm once again after the couple of unsettling spots, still locking up that tire as they head towards corner number 8 as Clark continues to put on the pressure now. And here you come through corner number 11 once again. Bet he leaves a little more space this time.
Yeah, he has to leave some space because if the lockup comes, he needs to make sure he's got enough room to get on the throttle and get that run done. I expect we're going to see a battle for P4 here pretty soon between McNeely and Clark. The Adams and Costello race keeps going on as well, and we're not even to the halfway point. 25 lapper. We're only working lap number 12 right now, 11 in the books. Let's see if we get a shot here from Matt Clark. Does he have the outright pace, or is he going to have to benefit and try to leverage that increasingly flat-spotted right front tire for Liam McNeely, the Jay Howard driver development pilot who made his debut in USF 2000 here last year, put the car in the front row. Here's a move further back, down to the inside. That's going to be Costello on Adams, and I think he's through. Or they're side-by-side coming up the hill. Check this out. Adams doesn't want to give it up, and he stays on the inside. Anthony, how do you like that defense? That was holding to the outside of turn number 3.
Yeah, that was aggressive, but clean racing for sure, Rob.
I like to see that out of both those drivers, right? Costello gave him enough room. He went to the inside. Here comes that right front. Man, it is going to continue to lock up. He is putting a beating on that right front Continental. And Matt Clark just ready to kind of capitalize. But he has to watch out because McNeely is significantly slower right now, a half a second back. And that's going to allow Adams, maybe even Costello, to come back in and fight here. Because McNeely, as we know, struggling with that flat-spotted right front. Behind those drivers, Elkin runs 8th, Mossman 9th, a little further back. There's Nicholas Monteiro in the 10th spot. Garcia up to 11th. Brienza runs in 12th. Becklin in 13th, 14th, Durst, Golan, and Jilks. Actually, I believe they were able to get Nick Jilks back on the racetrack. He's got 6 laps in now. So he was able to get back on track, I think. Whatever issue was, they were able to get him going again. Todd, it looks to me like things are stacking up a bit behind Liam McNeely.
And Matt Clark has got to put the pressure on him because you don't want to be stuck behind Liam McNeely for too long. The battle behind going on right now as well with Logan Adams and Michael Costello. So battles all over this track. But Matt Clark has got to try to get by Liam McNeely as quickly as possible because those front runners are starting to escape away as well.
Michael Costello had a look to the inside. Here comes Clark, the big move to the bottom. McNeely knows it's coming. Book it. He's through. Clark, but they're going to go side by side. McNeely trying him on the outside. No, not in turn number 9. Do they get through cleanly? Clark emerges as the lead of that group coming out of turn number 10 through 11, put Matt Clark now up to P4. I have to believe he'll be able to stretch away a little bit here, only knowing that Liam's had a couple of lockups there and they've really fell down. Big move to the inside of the racetrack there for Elkin, trying to hold off Mossman, but he's going to lose a lot of ground coming out of the corner. Watch for Mossman to get a big run. The VRD driver, Mossman, on the gearbox of Ariel Elkin. I would expect Elkin to pitch to the bottom. Watch for Mossman to throw it to the outside. Indeed, there he goes. Does he get it down into turn number 3 fast? Frankie Mossman going to P8. They're going to go side by side. Big move to the inside again. Not able to get it done. Anthony, this is good stuff right now.
Yeah, this is very, very aggressive, but very clean racing so far, Rob.
What did you think about that little move to the inside? It kind of got you off your seat a lap ago when Costello tried to look to the inside of Adams in turn 5. That I feel like is a pass you got to get done a lot earlier than the apex.
Yeah, Michael must have a lot of confidence in his car doing that. Michael's a very good driver, so I don't expect anything less from him. Agreed,
yeah, and a clean racer as well. That's one of the things we love about Michael Costello. I'm expecting to see him back in USF Pro 2000 next year, and he would be immediately one of the championship contenders. His rookie season, he's had some really good running so far. 7th right now, a couple of podiums on the year. So again, great to see drivers come back for that second year, really kind of leverage everything, optimize what they learned as a freshman in the program. Garcia's lead now 2.6 seconds. Remember, Max Taylor, we wondered whether or not he'd be able to challenge. The answer to that is no. That is the lead right now, and as they run on the racetrack, I believe unofficially, I think Garcia was very likely to take the championship here now. He's already now led the most laps of the race. He's got the pole position. He has the fast lap as well. Again, a combination of where he finishes and where drivers like Ariel Elkin and Matt Clark finish, all he needs is a 36-point essentially deficit, a delta. And he'll get 33 of those points if he wins with all the bonus points. And again, even second place is 5 points back. So if Garcia sweeps this, we have a new champion in USF Pro 2000, back-to-back champions, trying to follow in the footsteps of guys like Kyle Kirkwood and Christian Rasmussen. 14 laps down. Matt Clark pulling away as I expected, P4. Great job for the young driver out of Milton, Ontario. Trying to have that strong home race. It'll be a tougher day of it tomorrow when he's going to start deeper in the field. I think he's 11th, I believe, on the grid. 11th or 12th on the grid for tomorrow. Do I even have that in front of me? I do, yeah, 11th spot. Here's a move further back. That's Costello going to the inside of Adams. Logan's go. Oh, they get contact together coming out of the corner. And it's left front damage. No, right front damage for Adams and left rear damage for Costello. Costello threw it through there, didn't hold it tight enough. Adams didn't want to give it up, and we have damage, and that 2.6 second lead is done. Those were the drivers running in 6th and 7th. Oh, we just talked about the fact that Costello pushing hard, made the move to the inside. We'll get a chance to have a look at that replay, and we'll let Anthony Martella kind of walk us through what he sees there. But that was just two drivers not wanting to give up the positions. It looked to me like Costello had already kind of got through a little bit, hence the fact that it's his left rear damage and the right front damage. I want to say that you were going to see whether or not the car may have skipped out going back to power as he made the corner and just kind of got a little loose and rotated into the right front of Logan Adams. The bottom line is both those drivers were on point for a really strong start to the race weekend here. And that'll bring out this full course yellow 16 laps in. 9 laps to go. We're going to lose a few here because we've got two drivers. Anthony, have a look at this. Here comes Matt Clark through. They're side by side. What are your thoughts on that one?
Obviously, Rob, I think you put the nail in the coffin. Two drivers not wanting to give up the position. Obviously, Costello was ahead at the apex and just let the car float, and I think they got together exiting turn 1, obviously.
Yeah, I think you can go a little bit either way there. Costello, I think, figured he might have had it done. Logan Adams didn't want to give it up and probably could have maybe checked up just a little bit and tucked back in, but I think my view is it looks like he thinks he might have had at least a car width, like Michael was going to give him a car width coming out of the corner. And listen, I talked about this before. Let's have a look at it again. Again, was there enough room coming through? We'll see. We're going to get Clark, then we're going to get McNeely, and watch them come through here. We'll just let this happen. It feels like a bit of a slide for Costello. I think coming out of the corner, I feel like it was just a little bit of exit oversteer and kind of had to wheel in it, and Adams wasn't giving it up at all. Anthony, what are your thoughts? Now you see it for a second time.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rob, for sure. I think Costello had a little bit of a slide, but he was ahead by the apex, and ultimately that is kind of his corner.
There are times, listen, and I've said this before, and I'm not a race director, but I often say if you own the apex, you own the exit to a certain extent, right? You've got to the apex. Logan probably could have backed out of that one and lived to fight another corner, and maybe even got a better run down the straightaway because that move to the inside would have given away a little bit of exit. Todd?
And that's exactly it. You know, Costello is trying to give him room, but the car is not cooperating, ends up sliding just a little bit and shoving him into the wall. You're trying to hold on the outside, believing that you're going to have room, thinking, okay, I don't need to fall back because I'm going to have room, but then the car doesn't cooperate, collects you both, and you're both done for.
And it is so easy for us to comment from the PA booth when you're not in the race car. Obviously, Anthony, you were in the middle of a fantastic battle with a couple of drivers, Archie Argyros, your teammate Brad Moshman. There's one thing when you're in the car and it's a split second. We can look at the replay, go over it, and say, hey, we think this should have happened. Maybe this driver could have did this. But in the heat of the moment, the split second, you're just doing what you're reacting to.
Yeah, for sure, Rob. But as a driver, you know, especially on the street circuits where it's very, very slick, turn 1 especially, you're not going to make the outside work there as hard as you want it to. So as a driver's standpoint, and what I would probably do is back off in turn 1, try to get a good run out of Lakeshore and hopefully go into the inside in the hairpin.
We've seen that happen before too. Drivers will make the move to the inside, then get repass coming down the straightaway because they've given up so much with a shallow entry into turn number 1. What this does do is restack our top 10 because both those drivers were running there inside the top 10, 6th and 7th. So Garcia is still the leader. That big lead that he pulled away once again is gone by the wayside. 8 laps still remaining. We'll see how many we get when we go back to green. Max Taylor was able to get back out again. Max Taylor was able to get back around Jacob Douglas. Remember, Douglas put all the pressure on Taylor, so Taylor and he and Douglas were fighting. Taylor second, Douglas third, Matt Clark in fourth. Being told the number 27 of Ariel Elkin will receive a penalty for blocking. Not sure whether or not they will serve that on the racetrack. That's often the way. Yeah, you saw Frankie Mossman there pull in front. If possible, our race directors, Todd, will try to enforce a penalty during the race. If you block somebody and we go yellow, or even if we don't go yellow, hey, listen, blocking penalty, let 84 through, whatever it may be. On the yellow, Frankie Mossman able to get around, so Ariel Elkin getting a call for blocking on the 84 of Mossman. So move Mossman now up into 6th. So here you go. Garcia, Taylor, Douglas, 1, 2, 3. Clark 4th, Matt Clark 8th to 4th. He has had a fantastic run, and now has a chance to be right on the gearbox of Douglas here with a handful of laps to go. McNeely 5th. He's got a flat spotted tire and potentially some. Is there any damage at all? Because he hit he hit the wall coming out at 11, but he hit it flush. So I don't know that there's any damage. We'll see. He's holding on to the spot. McNeely 5th. Mossman now up into 6th. Ariel Elkin in 7th. Nicholas Montiero is up into the 8th spot right now. He started 11th, so +3. George Garce started 13th. He's up into 9th. And Joey Brienza, who started 14th, now up into the top 10. So a little bit of attrition in this one. Adams, Costello, Manson, DeTulio, Eder. We believe Nick Jilks was able to get back out onto the racetrack. And here comes the cars that are going to get pulled off the back part of the racetrack. The number 20 for Costello. And listen, they're coming from race control right now. The number 20 of Costello is the driver that's going to get the penalty for avoidable contact. So as we try to unpack the whole thing there, car a little slidey there, maybe didn't give enough room. Whatever it was, they called that avoidable contact.
That is not a penalty that will be served today on the racetrack. But yes, it will. That will affect the eventual outcome. But that's a great way to approach it for race control, though. If you can't, and I think even the penalized driver would agree with that, because okay, we slot in, I give the spot back, but now I have a chance to
100%.
fight back once again.
Yeah, for Ariel Elkin, yeah, please do it now. Don't do it later on where I lose a spot. Now I can fight back to potentially get the position as well. So Adams is going to finish in 14th. Costello will be 15th. The penalty obviously is not going to do anything there. The penalty he had, whether it may be. He will likely get some penalty points on his license. We do have that in place in this program as well. But we'll see whether or not we get to go back racing here soon. If we do go back racing this time, and we will, all right, pace cars off into pit lane. We're back at it. Taylor's already did it one time. Can he do anything here? Douglas is going to play the spoiler again to try to help out his teammate, to see if he sends it up the inside. Garcia got a great jump, went way to the left side of the racetrack to set up for the racing line. Taylor had to block on Douglas. We're back at it. Green, green, green. Out of turn number 11. Indeed, same thing. Douglas is going to try to pinch Taylor down. Douglas is going to send it to the inside. Book it. He's got the spot. Douglas goes to second. So Douglas up to second. Side-by-side action further back with Mossman and McNeely going at it. Mossman looking to fully capitalize. He's trying to go to P5. Clark in the 4th spot. Another big jump here, but not as big of a lead for Garcia. The fight happening outside the top 4. Here's the move to the bottom of the racetrack. Clark going to get a big run. Down to the bottom again. Look at that. Did we not just talk about that? Look who's up into P5. Ariel Elkin got the penalty, but he's worked his way back. Clark thinking about the inside on Taylor into turn number 5. Restart's a great opportunity to overtake, and these drivers are up on the wheel right now. Good stuff for Jacob Douglas. He's able to get by Max Taylor. Pabst Racing Todd runs 1-2.
Yes, that's a very strong move from Jacob Douglas to make the move. He was looking the last time we had the restart, but couldn't make it stick. And this time through, though, Max Garcia, Max Taylor, Jacob Douglas, and Matt Clark is battling with Max Taylor, Jacob Douglas running second. And Matt Clark looks like he's trying to make an opportunity too, but now Taylor has pulled out just a little bit of a gap.
And let me throw this out there. Right now, 4th and 5th in points, Alessandro DeTullio and Jacob Douglas. They came in separated by about 24 points. DeTullio's finishing down in 18th. Douglas, a second place finish. That's 25 points right there. We're going to have a battle right now potentially for P4 in the championship. Douglas trying to work his way back forward. An unfortunate end with contact for Alessandro DeTullio. He's officially classified 18th. The rest of the field streaming down. Matt Clark has not been able to make any hay on Max Taylor, trying to go to the podium in that number 90 machine, but still 5 laps remaining, 4 when they get back to the stripe. Max Garcia is going to have to thank Jacob Douglas, no doubt about it. He wins this race. He's going to come away with the championship, and Douglas is the one that kept Taylor from pushing the pressure on a couple of restarts already. Taylor runs 3rd, Clark 4th, 5th is Elkins, 6th McNeely, holding off Mossman, 7th, Mossman 7th, 8th Montiero, 9th Garcia Arce, 10th Brienza. Tell me this, Anthony. Your race was 20 laps. That's now. They've got 5 more laps. This track I know is mentally demanding. Physically demanding as well. Were you tired at the end of the 20?
Yeah, obviously. There's a lot of bumps, and it's a street track, right? You're always constantly thinking and trying not to make a mistake. So the track is definitely very physical, and yeah, very hard for these pro drivers for sure.
Yeah, add more downforce, more braking, more grip with the bigger tires, more horsepower, more of everything for USF Pro, and more laps. They're going to do 5 more circuits around this racetrack. 78 degrees trackside, the hottest it's been all day long. And we got ourselves a tremendous fight here right now for that 6th, 7th, and 8th position between Mossman, McNeely, and Montiero. In fact, I think they're trying to get themselves up here on Ariel Elkin as well. No, Elkin's got the gap. And Mossman finally able to pull away a little bit. Now McNeely's having to hold off Nicholas Montiero. And again, that right front, flat spotted early. And McNeely doing a great job. There it is there. Every time, it seems like 3 and 8 where you're really kind of climbing on the binders there, where he's had that flat spot. And listen, he's doing a great job with the flat spotted tire. Liam McNeely, his first race here at USF Pro 2000, going to start P4 outside of row 2 tomorrow. Just want to bring that car home in one piece. Got a couple of really good races in here, thinking about what you're going to do in 2026. If he comes back to pro, if he comes to pro in 2026, instant title contender. We talked about Costello. He'd be a title contender. I think you're going to see drivers like Logan Adams step it up in a big way. Frankie Mossman's looking at Indy next, I believe. But the drivers who do come back here for their 2nd or maybe 3rd years are going to be the ones we'll be talking about battling for that scholarship when it's all said and done at the end of the 2026 season. 3 to go for Max Garcia, and maybe the 3 most important laps of this young driver's career. Just 16 years of age, started in USF 2014, was too young to run the very first race of the year, St. Petersburg. Had to wait to the 2nd race of the season to be able to start running. Won the championship last year at the tender age of 15. He's only 16 years of age right now, looking to get a championship here in the USF Pro 2000 category. Talk about the fact the title worth $594,000, and a driver has made a mistake. That's the 22, I believe. Not the 22. One of the drivers from turn 3 has gotten into the wall. That might be Nicholas Montiero. Yeah, I think that the Montiero, potentially the driver, has gone out, and he was running in 8th position. Tough one for Montiero, tapping the wall, and he'll bring that machine, the turn 3 car, into pit lane. Anthony, it doesn't take much to make a mistake here. You're running the ragged edge on the knife's edge, and just a little bit wide on one of these corners. You touch a left rear on a wall, you're heading to pit lane.
Yeah, for sure, Rob. This track is very, like you said, physically and mentally draining for sure, and it's very, very hard to not make a mistake for sure.
Garcia just 2 laps away, not only from a race win, but also the USF Pro 2000 champion. I can't remember the last time we had a champion crowned a whole weekend early. He's got still 3 more races to go, 1 here tomorrow and 2 at Portland. But the driver who won the championship last year in USF 2000 on the strength of finishing every race has now run a streak here to finishing every race almost 2 full years. He has not finished outside the top 4 yet this year. This would be race win number 7. Final lap for Max Garcia. And if you are an Indy Next team owner or one of the team owners in the NTT IndyCar Series, this young driver is on your mind. This is the one you're not going to want to get away. Kyle Kirkwood, of course, grabbed by Andretti Autosport. These young drivers coming up, you don't want to let them slip through your fingers. The future stars of the NTT IndyCar Series here in USF Pro 2000. Garcia looking to follow in the footsteps of Rinus VeeKay, Kyle Kirkwood, Stingray Robb, Christian Rasmussen, Louis Foster. Miles Rowe, and Lucky Hughes. Final lap, Todd, here to see who comes home as a race winner.
Max Garcia just ran his fastest lap of the race, so he is not easing it up. He is eager to get to that checkered flag.
Yeah, and that's what he does. He puts the hammer down. Remember, stay within the walls here, my friend. You want to bring this one home. It'd be a big celebration. Pabst Racing looking to lock it down again. They've won championships before, both USF 2000 and USF Pro 2000. Stack another championship trophy, folks, into the trailer, because this driver's going to get it happening. Out of 10, out of 11. He's a race winner in Toronto in USF Pro 2000, and he's your 2025 title winner. Max Garcia winning on the streets of Toronto, securing the 2025 USF Pro 2000 championship. Garcia wins by 3 seconds. Jacob Douglas makes it a Pabst Racing 1-2. Max Taylor in third, Matt Clark in fourth. Ariel Elkin comes home fifth, Frankie Mossman sixth. Liam McNeely holds on that flat-spotted tire, getting to the end. Seventh place for McNeely, eighth for George Garcia, ninth for Joey Brienza. And how about Tyke Durst? Hard into the wall in qualifying. He gets from the tail of the field 19th to 10th. He'll take the attrition, he'll take the overtakes. Tyke Durst rounding out the top 10.
That's a nice run for Tyke Durst to climb up and get a top 10 finish. Joey Brienza as well, who started, I think, was 14th, and also climbs up into the top 10. Another good run.
Anthony, real quickly here, thank you so much for joining us. Give a chance to shout out the sponsors that you have that make it happen for you.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Thank you so much for having me. I just want to shout out Young Drivers of Canada and also Nin Transport, SureTrack, STC, all those sponsors for amazing support. And yeah, looking forward to tomorrow, and hopefully we can bring home Canada a win for sure.
Nice work, my friend. Todd, I'm heading out to Victory Lane.
All right, Rob, we'll head to Victory Podium to greet our top three finishers in the USF Pro 2000 Series, our final race here on Saturday of the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy Toronto. And what a celebration it will be to with Rob and the podium finishers, Jacob Douglas finishing second, and then Max Taylor rounding out the podium. Nice run for Matt Clark. Started eighth, climbed all the way up to fourth, just missed his 10th podium of the season. And Rob is already headed out and off to Victory Podium.
Indeed, Todd, we're up right now. The driver going to work his way up here right now. Max Garcia on the way into Victory Lane right now. We're going to get him when he gets out of the race car. This is huge for this young driver out of Florida. USF 2000 champion in 2024. Call him a USF Pro 2000 title winner in 2025. He'll be in Indy next in 2026. The young driver from Coconut Grove, getting it done in style. This is what we talk about all the time. Waiting for Mac to climb out of the car. We'll have a chance to have a quick chat with him. Big finish. And as we said, I think he turned his fastest lap on lap 24, right at the very end of it. Every one of these young drivers dreams of getting a chance to go into Indy next, eventually up into the IndyCar Series if possible. We've watched this young driver come through the top levels of karting, winning championships, moving his way into the USF 2000 a couple of years ago. Champion in the category last year. That's why he's got this USF Pro Championship scholarship livery on the race car. This is it for Garcia. All the hard work all year long for the team, for the driver, for everything to do, the coaches, the mechanics, the engineers. It all comes down to winning the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Max Garcia. Augie Pabst first to his driver, getting out of the car. What a run. Max, keep congratulating with the team. Just enjoy this here right now. Billy Vincent coming in as well. He's worked with Max throughout his karting career. We're going to get a chance to talk to our driver. Let's get Max over here real quick. Max, come here and join me by the race car here. We got to do a quick chat here. We got lots of time to have some fun. Come on over here with me. Let's have a quick chat. My friend, put it into words right now. USF 2000 champion last year, in style USF Pro 2000 champion this year. How do you feel?
It's just fantastic. I mean, all we wanted to do is win, but this is just the cherry on top, and I cannot thank Augie and all of Paps Racing enough.
You obviously did it in style. You put your fastest lap down, I think on lap 24. Were you pushing all the way to the end?
Yeah, I didn't want to back off because I knew that when you back off is when you hit the wall, so I just kept full push.
So what do you think? Are we thinking about 2026 already? Or are we going to savor this for a couple of weeks?
Already on 2026.
There he is, folks. One more time, Max Garcia winning the championship in USF Pro 2000. What a drive for him. Let's get Jacob Douglas up here as well, and we'll get Max Taylor. We'll come on and work our way over here. Jacob, congratulations. Come over here around here so I can get the mic to work here. Man, you were the big help, I think, on that one, because obviously on every restart, you were putting the pressure on Max. He couldn't attack, Max Taylor, he couldn't attack on Garcia. How good was your race car? Congratulations on a solid run to the podium.
Yeah, thank you. No, the car was great. Yeah, all weekend it's been great. We've been struggling for a little bit of pace, but it was great to move up. Found some stuff in my driving, which was good. But yeah, the Peps crew's done an amazing job all weekend, so massive thanks to them. Yeah, managed to have some good restarts as well, which is always good. On the offensive rather than defensive. Yeah.
We can get a win tomorrow?
We'll go through it. We're starting P6, but we'll do our best with more good restarts, and we'll see.
Well done. Head on over. We'll get you set to go here. Get up on the podium. Where is Max Taylor? Come on over here and join Max. Dude, congratulations. Dude, you put a lot of pressure throughout that entire race every time. Give me your thoughts on just that race and how it turned out for you.
A bit disappointed. I know we started third, finished third. It's still good, podium, but I think we had a really fast race car out there. We were definitely challenging Garcia there for the win. We were super quick and made maybe a bit of a mistake off the restart and couldn't try and attack on Max. But I mean, mega props to him. He did amazing and a really good season for it.
The VRT team usually is able to find a bit more pace. Do you think you can go faster tomorrow and grab that race win?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're starting third again, and I think we have a few things that we can tweak and fix on the car. I think we should be rolling tomorrow.
Well done. Come on over. Let's get underway with the podium here, folks. We'll get everybody over here and we'll get rolling with this here. Get things underway. Awesome opportunity to talk to all of our drivers here as well. We've got some of our guests from Continental Tire Canada going to help us pass out some awards. Just make sure we get everybody in position and we can get things underway. If we can have all of our drivers, please, over to the side of the stage, and we can get things underway here to cap off the last race of the day. The first of two races for USF Pro 2000. They'll race before IndyCar tomorrow, and Max Garcia is going to have an easy sleep tonight, getting the championship done early. Great racing for all of these drivers. We're good to go, folks. Let's get things underway with the award presentation for the drivers here in USF Pro 2000. They're just 2 steps away from the NTT IndyCar Series. Let's start with the driver coming home in third. A warm round of applause for VRD Racing's Max Taylor. Brad Nichols, one of our guests from Continental Tire Canada, going to help me out here and bring some trophies up for these young drivers. Max Taylor already running up in the Indy Next Series, coming off a fantastic 10th place finish at Iowa Speedway. You'll see him next year in the Indy Next program. A very talented driver out of Hoboken, New Jersey. Thank you so much, Brad, for giving us the award there for Max Taylor. Finishing in second spot, folks, all the way from New Zealand. Put your hands together for Paps Racing's Jacob Douglas. Jonathan Kumar will help us out with the trophy for Jacob. A winner at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway earlier this year. A very talented young driver. Paps Racing, as we know, going 1-2 here. And we look forward to racing right before IndyCar tomorrow. USF 2000 and USF Pro 2000 will be the pre-show, the warm-up band if you like. All right, folks, let's get this done right, because this driver here has been a dominant factor for 2 years, winning the USF 2000 program last year for Paps Racing. Now he's a USF Pro 2000 champion. He'll take the scholarship to Indy Next. Put your hands together one more time for Max Garcia. Sandra Da Silva, one of our guests from Continental Tire Canada, will help us out. Yet another first place finish, 7 on the year for this young driver out of Florida. What a run for Garcia. As he said, very insightful. If you lift off the throttle here, you don't go 100%, you're going to find yourself in the wall. You need to stay in the groove. That's why you turn the fastest lap on the penultimate circuit of the 25. What a tremendous drive. And again, these drivers, as we said, folks, just 2 steps away from IndyCar. We're hoping to see them all in Indy next in 2026 and beyond. A scholarship worth almost $600,000 to move Garcia into the Indy Next program next year, and again, following in the footsteps of so many amazing drivers who made the move from USF Pro 2000, like Kyle Kirkwood, like Pato O'Ward, Rinus VK, Louis Foster, Christian Rasmussen, all winning the championship and moving their way up. We're going to have the champagne celebration for sure to cap things off. It'll wrap our day, it'll wrap your day, and everything will move forward with the eyes on Sunday. And the Ontario Honda dealers, Indy, Toronto. Of course, we've got 2 more races here for our Continental Tire Grand Prix of Toronto. USF 2000 will start, then we'll go USF Pro 2000. We've got a lot of guests here from Continental Tire Canada. We're going to get a group shot up here on the stage for sure. Great to have everybody part of the action here. Continental Tire, of course, the spec tire of our program. Every one of our cars on that Continental Tire, all the same Tadish chassis and all with engines built by Elite Engines out of Wisconsin. Fielding champagne, waiting in the wings. The traditional celebration of motorsports. Thank you so much, all of the guests from Continental Tire Canada. Great to have you guys here with us today. Hope you enjoyed the day. Coming back tomorrow, awesome stuff. Garcia, Douglas, Taylor, the 3 drivers on the podium. We will get everybody off, and it is time to have some fun. Get those phones out, folks. Put them on photo, put them on video. Guys, let's have some fun. Let's grip it and rip it. Celebration time for USF Pro 2000. Garcia's going after the team. Not surprising at all. Garcia's taking the bottle to the team. The celebration continuing. Love it. He's going to the fans as well. Max Garcia, Jacob Douglas, Max Taylor. Folks, if you're trackside here one more time, our new champion for 2025, Max Garcia. What a day for USF 2000 and USF Pro 2000. Back tomorrow to do it all one more time. Those of you joining us live with the YouTube channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, 2 races before IndyCar tomorrow morning. It's been a great one here on the streets of Toronto. On behalf of Continental Tire, Anderson Promotions, my name's Rob Howden. Bye for now.